Hello. 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 Yeah. Mm. Hello.
I've read almost every novel from Yai Publishing House. Pretty normal, right?
Hello, 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 hello. Hey guys, welcome back to once again another uh, live stream of
Show no mercy.
Genshin Impact,
Justice o'clock.
starting with a blast. Let me done. You blithering idiot! How do you go against me? Ah, let's just finish this quest ASAP. Come on. The Fatui them again. Are we really just gonna let him go just like that? No, what's wrong with that? We're not gonna leave it. Oof. Hmm. Oof. You here. So did you bring the goods? Who are you? It's a sneaky thing. We were explaining. Ha ha ha. Don't let him go. Fatui? That's a Fatui Harvenger. We need to catch him. It's a Fatui. Fatui means Fatahui. Oh, Stasco, it's most Lombros. Hi, Risk Cakes. Welcome, bro. How are you doing, buddy? Toasty Waffle. What's up, buddy? Just playing the game. The name Ginseng Impact. हेलो कौस्ती भाई क्या हाल ये वाला जल्दी 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 स्किप करवाओ यार Nothing much. I'm at work right now. Work. I'm also at work, but it's kind of different. Come on. ये सेकंड वाला है. Come on. Too much extra talk. Confirm footprint. Theatering letter. Wait until night. We क्या कर रहे हो ये? अरे यहाँ पे एक्चुअली मैं शो करता क्या? दिस द नेक्स्ट आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट इज occupied by this quest. Questioning Melissa Man, answering machine. ओके तो इसके में ये जो है अटका हुआ है. हंटर्स प्रोफेट चैप्टर 4 एक्ट 5th. करना अपने को ये है लेकिन वो अटका हुआ है मतलब वहां से. स्टीम बर्ड क्वेस्ट आई थिंक ये वाला है. We need to complete that quest to go for this one. Night bird, unexpected guest. हाँ हाँ वही है. मेन यही है ना आर्कॉन वाला. स्टीम बर्ड इंटरव्यू क्वेस्ट. तो अभी हमारा स्टीम बर्ड ये वाला है ना. सॉरी ये वाला है. मैं उल्टा कर रहा था. दूसरा कर रहा था. मैं दूसरा कर रहा था. एक्चुअली आई वाज डूइंग सम अदर वन. अब मैंने उस चक्कर में एक क्वेस्ट ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट कर लिया. उसे 30 प्राइमो मिले. आई ऑलरेडी हैव फिनिश्ड वन क्वेस्ट. गेव गॉट 30 प्राइमो. और सेकंड वाले का भी ऑलमोस्ट लाइक हाफ मैंने कर ही लिया है. रेपुटेशन लेवल 2. गेम साउंड थोड़ा बढ़ा दो. अपनी थोड़ी कम कर दो. ओके यो हो. ओके अभी ठीक है इतना. हाँ परफेक्ट. लेट्स गो. यहीं पे इससे पहले एक क्वेस्ट था वो वाला करने में लग गया था मैं. यहीं पे एक क्वेस्ट हुआ था उसके चक्कर में मैं लग गया था. ओके हंटर्स प्रोफेट्स. लो हो गया शुरू आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट. अब मैंने यहाँ अगर अगर I'll see you later. Take care buddy. See you again.
It's all right though.
If I couldn't able to do at
You're
that
almost a
time,
little too
okay,
easy to win over, Paimon.
I
If
might
were
do
a
it
journalist with
later.
ulterior motives,
quick,
you'd be in
yeah,
trouble
yeah.
now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss
Presents
Mona
कर
as
लिए
well.
नहीं अभी नहीं किया.
She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the
Presents
paper
कर लो
today doesn't
फटाफट.
count?
Oh, of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, so that's a yes?
Okay.
Splendid. Whew. Someone...
वीकली करना है कोई तो बताओ.
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon still got a
वीकली
question for
में
you.
आई थिंक एरोडेट को तो
And
हमने
what's
फर्स्ट
that?
वीक में ही मार दिया था या वो बचा होगा.
If you're from what I've seen, so in all likelihood,
अभी
I'd
तो उतना
probably
कुछ
still
करने
be
का
covering-
रहा नहीं
Just
है.
think
मैं
about it. If this and then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write. I'm not a dreamer, but anyway.
होगा तो एक से एरोडेट को
anyway,
हराना है और
let's go
कोई
and
तो
take a
रहा
look
नहीं.
at the sea, shall we?
आई थिंक
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking. If
Yes.
it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow,
Where would we go and what
would
would you
No,
do?
Paimon should ask if you could choose.
What would you
What would
like
you-
to do? If I could choose, huh? It's just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is
We've always been moving
pointless.
to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying.
You mean, still traveling?
That's why his name is Traveler. His name is actually Traveler, that's it.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Yes. Spina Duracula. ट्रैप के लिए जाएं। मुझे लग रहा है पहले टास्क होगा उसके बाद
So the
बाकी
two of
चीजें
you
होगा।
are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the fortress of Meropide.
So you are in...
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Let's hear it.
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument
We are
was
in end
pointless,
game now, yes.
she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and,
And left in a
hurt. The
hurry.
Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady
Prince
Farina
बाद
had
में कहे।
gone.
अब
Only when things
भाई
had
continue हो गया
stabilized did we
story तो क्या ही
realize that she
कहें अब।
had gone missing.
So,
वो
you
बाद
mean
में ही
she's
होगा।
still missing?
That's right. The
The
Maréchaussée
main
has dispatched many
Movie
people to
is
search for
started
her,
now.
but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on.
Thanks for
keeping us
recommending.
informed.
Is that so?
Well, alright, you
Well,
take
alright
care. I'll
then.
be back, okay? Fellas, go.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
You sure caught on
If
quickly.
we know Farina, she
She
won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And as we
अब
also know,
नहीं
she
ज़्यादा
may
नहीं
be loud
बोलूँगा
and
enjoy.
dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervalet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson,
She
couldn't
couldn't
hide her
hide her
sadness
sad-
and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today.
Mhm.
Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
I see becoming a detective done some good.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come.
Here we come. Let's go to Poisson. एक चीज करना था मुझे थोड़ा सा brightness.
Strength is one.
Poisson. Poisson. Let's go to Poisson. Poisson.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors.
Vincenzo.
Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
She's there. Do you see where is Purina? She's here. Furina.
That's Farina, right over there.
She really is
She
here.
is here all on her
Stay
own.
quiet for now.
Mhm.
Should I just give this all
Should I just give up?
This is all
What was
meaningless.
meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Furina.
Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are off.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the art. They even dare to tout their archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too. Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
पकड़ के पीटेंगे क्या?
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine, fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Don't act tough. Just follow. Leaving the keyword now. It's time for sign.
Paimon's
Paimon is
exhausted.
even she's flying.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
You're right. Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening?
The
The
ground
ground's
is
shaking.
shaking. Is it?
Is it an earthquake?
मुझे अब लग रहा है कि ये बिल्कुल ट्रैप में फंस रही है. I just
Yeah,
remember
a
last
quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
time
It
they were
can't be.
going to
It's
setting a
happening again.
trap.
Well, there's no need to worry
Bro,
too much about
कहाँ
that.
खाना खा लिए?
Now
Yes,
let's make
bro.
some emergency plans so the
Trap,
evacuation should go
traps
a lot
isn't the
smoother this time.
trap.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
It's a trap.
But the people of Poisson, they've already.
As Fiona finally reached a limit, now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. First of all, welcome to my live stream, HR bro. How are you, buddy?
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long
Let's
as
just
the final
enjoy.
moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
मैं
Don't
मेरा
take
क्वेश्चन
any
है
of
मैं
what I
ज़्यादा
just said
घर से
seriously.
निकलना
How
नहीं हो
could I
पाता है
possibly let
पोकेमोन
Fontaine
को
fall to
खेलने
the
के लिए सो
whims of
बैटल के
trivial
अलावा
prophecy?
पोकेमोन कैच करना एंड रीड इम्पॉसिबल हो जाता है सो कैन आई यूज स्पूफ ऑन माय एरिया मेरा वर्क भी घर से है आप मेन आईडी में अगर पैसे वगैरह लगाते हो तो मत कीजिए उसमें ठीक है एक स्पेयर अकाउंट बना लो और आसपास में ही जो करना है कीजिए बाद में आप उसे ट्रेड कर सकते हो अगर आप पे लाइक एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन है तो आप एक साथ दो पोकेमोन को खेल सकते हो तो अगर आपके पास बिल्कुल भी वो टाइम नहीं है तो आप ये चीज़ कर सकते हो बट ऑब्वियसली मेरा सजेशन रहेगा कि एक मेन आईडी फुल्ली लेजिट पे रखिए एंड अल्ट में आप अगर करना भी चाहते हैं अपने एरिया में करें बाहर में ना करें कोशिश करें कि इंडिया में रहें ज़्यादा बेहतर रहेगा अपना एरिया तो
I
और
could have
बेहतर रहता है
sworn you were actually being
चाहो
honest
तुम
just now.
मेरा एरिया भी सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो अगर आपको रेड वगैरह करना है डेली बेसिस पे तो ओके यू माइट नॉट हैव टू शोल्डर दिस बर्डन लोन और आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू माइट बी कीपिंग फ्रॉम एवरीवन
Share my burden. That's impossible.
It
It was
was
fated
fated
right from the
the
start that
this
this would be my duty alone.
You can still choose to confide. Just share it with me. I'm what you call a witness.
A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
नहीं फिर भी कर लो देखो अगर मेन में भी करना है तो स्टिल रिस्क तो देखो थर्ड पार्टी ऐप है तो रिस्क एनी डेज बना ही रहेगा। मैं ये आपको ये नहीं बोलूँगा। ओके, मैं आपको ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि वो ठीक रहेगा। ओके, क्योंकि वो बस एक फॉल्स थिंग होता है। बट हाँ, खेल सकते हो। जितना कूल डाउन का रिस्पेक्ट करो, 9 किलोमीटर से ज़्यादा तेज नहीं जाने का है। देखो मेरा मानना क्या होता है, अगर आप किसी भी गेम में टाइम इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, ओके, तो लाइक ऑब्वियसली आप अपना टाइम दे रहे हो, एक अपनी लाइफ का टाइम दे रहे हो, ठीक है। और अगर उसको कुछ होता है तो ऑब्वियसली हर्ट होता है। बट देन अगेन, इट्स ऑल अबाउट फन। इफ यू विल बी हैव अ फन, गो फॉर इट। दैट्स हाउ, दैट्स व्हाई यू प्ले द गेम ब्रो।
If that's the case.
Let's continue. Yes, no time left. Please, Fiona, just spit it out. Okay, we are going to hearing the whole old story. The whole story now.
I.
Come on, Fiorina, share with us. We wanna know what what's going on. It's trial. As I said, it's a trap.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
क्या करूँ? One more thing and are you watch Demon Slayer? कल से उसकी बुकिंग स्टार्ट होगी। यार क्या बोलूँ, मैं देख नहीं पाऊँगा क्योंकि मेरे एरिया में कोई भी पीवीआर वगैरह है नहीं, तो मैं देख नहीं सकता। I really want to watch the movie in theater but not possible and I can't travel to like a 200-300 किलोमीटर। मेरे को, मैं बेसिकली जहाँ पे हूँ यहाँ से अगर मुझे मूवी वो देखना है तो मुझे पटना जाना पड़ेगा, जो कि ऑलमोस्ट पूरे दिन का ही वो हो जाता है, तो इट्स टू मच। ओके, और वो भी पता नहीं पटना में लगेगा भी या नहीं। सेकंड चीज़ क्या है कि हाँ देखो, गेम है, फैन हो, खेलो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। बट अगर आप वो चीज़ यूज़ करने वाले तो ये हमेशा माइंड में लेके चलना कि इन केस अगर कुछ हो भी जाता है अकाउंट को तो दोबारा खेल सकते हैं। ओके, तो इस चीज़ का जरूर ध्यान दीजिएगा। नेवर लेट योर सेल्फ डाउन। और मेरा तो मानना है, अगर आप वैसे खेलने का सोच ही रहे हो तो हमारे साथ खेलो यार। मेरा पूरा ग्रुप है, डेली स्ट्रीम करता हूँ, आइए प्ले करते साथ में। यार भी लाइक तुम रेड के लिए परेशान हो, हमारे यहाँ तो पीवीआर ही नहीं है राज। अरे क्या ही बोलूं।
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Yes.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
Shh! It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes.
ओके ब्रस वो कैंसिल आपकी लाइव पर ही रेड कर लेंगे एकदम प्योर आईडी रखना है आपको बहुत सालों से फॉलो कर रहे हो अरे थैंक यू एचआर
You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I too am exceedingly disappointed in myself.
दैट्स अ ग्रेट थिंग ब्रो
But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin.
Ooh,
Now
let's
we're
go.
making history.
Finally.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
Another
Also,
trial.
Please allow me to ask, as a final
Of course,
question
bro.
before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into... Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second
देखते
group
हैं
to
होगा
lie
तो
in wait there.
करेंगे वैसे तो
So
इस बार
you
हमारे
mean
घर में नहीं
the
होने वाला
ones who
छठ
scoured the settlement for
because
me were
recently हमारे एक
also
रिलेटिव
from
का
the Spina.
डेथ हो गया
And their
तो
goal was to force you to
पूरा
step into the
साल
giant magic
कोई
box
भी
so
त्योहार
you may
वगैरह
personally
हमारे
participate in
घर
the
में नहीं होने
greatest
वाला
magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
Yes.
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch.
We used to try Pokemon
Am I
and
right?
games. What do you think?
Yes, that is correct.
But उसके लिए Nintendo
Well,
Switch लगेगा वो मेरे पे
Cloran,
नहीं
I
है.
must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage. Oh?
Just to give you one last chance. We hope that you'd share your secret with us before the match.
Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance. It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Still, I can't help but a little bothered by the conversation. What did Fiona want to say to me right before we arrived
Sir
on the
Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine! So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument! Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Yes.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting this as the first time, Monsieur Fatui. The fortress of... According to Monsieur, I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. The words of someone as extraordinary...
The prosecution and the defense are both in position.
The
The
trial
trial shall
shall
now
now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervilette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Say yes.
Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
Huh. An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
The meeting with Naive, the whale in the dream, runes, tea time with N. The meeting with Naive. I think this is going to be the right one.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as that doesn't sound right.
Then भाई ये फिर तो यही बच रहा है और
First of all, you may be
अरे
a
मतलब
member
ऊपर
of
किया
another
नीचे किया but
long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
such as curse.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not
possible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
That one trial proved the opposite. Fiorina actually has no control over the rectal at all. तो फिर यही होगा।
That doesn't.
साला जब भी कोई सही सेलेक्ट करने का ट्राई करता हूँ गलत ही होता है। फिर तो यही होगा।
That doesn't sound right.
चाइल्ड ट्रायल? वो तो हो ही गया ना। Child conviction.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice
सारा
declared
child
guilty
वाला ही
without
है।
any proof?
चलने
Otherwise,
वाला।
you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
अपने जाल में फंसते जा रही है।
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Hydro का तो होगा।
Yes, it's all because of Indemnitium. All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can—
Wow, She came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
सीन हो रहा है ब्रो, सीन हो रहा है, सीन हो रहा है. Next became linear. लेनी वाला या चाइल्ड? अरे भाई तो सीन एपिक हो रहा है.
That doesn't... It has been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
ये पक्का टच करेगी.
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Touch.
Hey!
She's not even a Fontanian.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewin?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin.
Yes!
Lady Farina, you may return to the defendants.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
No!
Considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
Yes.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
Nope. Distressed.
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me.
Distressed.
I really am your Archon.
Distressed. अब तो बोल दे सच्चाई क्या है इतने समय से?
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
रुको जरा सब्र करो बर्दाश्त नहीं हो रहा.
I don't think anything she says at this point.
Come on, speak. Waited for over than a month. I waited over than a month.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is...
a fraud.
Guilty.
कुछ तो बोल यार. Come on, say something, Farina. Please.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to render the final verdict on the charges.
Please say something. My heart.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
Oh my god.
The death sentence?
Oh my
That's
god.
actually one of the available sentences?
Oh
I
my
it was just a
god.
myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate slate this quickly.
Oh my
This
god.
outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Mr. Furin, the Oracle rendered judgment on the Hydra.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
So basically, she is not, maybe. Something is. There is a piece which is missing.
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! Oh, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Come on, yaar. There is a piece which is missing. Oh, this is story. Come on.
Is that the first prophecy slate?
Yes.
Huh.
That, yeah.
So
Yes,
the
yes,
maid's
yes, yes.
privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate.
Yes, we are going to checking out
Traveler,
that missing
I believe
piece.
that you have already seen the other existing slates. We'd like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like the previous Hydra Archon releasing her divine
I believe
power.
I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Farina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon. So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
We know already. Select to check the description on the stone slate to exact key information from them. You can find scenarios related to the stone slate content in the incident recorded in the interview notebook. There you can verify said contact. As the verification process continue, the fountain water level in the menu interface will rise. When you have finished verifying all the stone slate, the truth behind the prophecy shall be revealed. So we are at the final
The first stone slate describes what you just said.
part.
It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well.
And that thing is possible because of the primordial sea water.
The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing? The
Yes.
third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people.
Maybe Oceanids, they are.
That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the first slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
It seems to the former Hydro Archon using divine power to turn Oceanid into people. Yeah,
We
first,
know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater, and this might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
okay. The Newlet believed child to be innocent and judged him as guilty, and even Filina didn't know. The entrance to the primordial sea is the shield beneath to the foreign. While exploring the ruin near Poseidon, it began to collapse and Nave fell into the water containing primordial seawater. Okay, I think वो वाला fell का होगा. And communicate with you civilians. The prophecy will certainly happen, but that you need to give up. After the court the verdict display whether it was actually the Hydro Archon guilty to be punished with death sentence. I think ये
That doesn't sound quite.
इन दोनों में से कोई एक होना चाहिए.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervalet mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Ooh. Prophecy slate, ये तो पक्का नाविया वाला है.
It's not as simple. When Navia fell into the sea, her the stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
I think so. It shows a scene that basically identical to the described in the prophecy, calculating 30 upon
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropede was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
All done.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropede was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The stone slate's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truth should come to light.
मतलब ये पुराने वाले का ही प्रोफेसी जो किया गया वो अभी हकीकत में हुआ है. Okay, verification complete.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now. So that's how you can make sense of it.
पानी लेके आता हूँ मैं थोड़ा सा. She knew the best quest.
But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Then do it, nah.
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
The crime of the Hydra was her creation of Fontaine.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
Yes.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
Yes.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
Yes.
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth.
Because
However,
we are the
while
detectives.
you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Well? Did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontanians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Go!
Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
That the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice?
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yes.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
The ultimate proof.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
A murder case unfolded in the midst of Luni's first performance of... I think here.
It was both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
Yes, that whale.
The truth, the original sin, the trial. and the root cause of the disaster.
That's the wheel. Okay guys, it's time to enjoy the movie. Where is my glasses? Let me wear it. Enjoy, man. इवन न्यूलेट का सील्ड तोड़ दिया। चश्मा से मुझे और क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा। ऐसे ही अच्छा दिखेगा। Don't worry. Child is here. Is it child? Who is this guy? Who is that guy? It's not, it's child. I think it is child. Is the child? It's child.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
I saw that it's also one that child saw when he was
So
here.
we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within
So
the
it's
sea,
doming
its
time.
next step will be...
It's
You
doming
said
time.
that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner. From the
Epic
way he
scene
looked,
आएगा.
he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
Epic scene. अभी तो fight ही fight होगा.
Known that he had a special connection
Only
with that
fight
whale,
though.
but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
Yes.
It is too late.
What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end. No
No
matter
matter
what.
what. That's what we need.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Then why not we should do the battle? Let's just take down.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Yes.
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Yes, you missed something. Wait, I forgot about Furina. What was it that she wanted to say to me at that last? Go and ask her.
What's happening with the aura trees?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
बचा लेगा मेरा लौंडा बचाएगा. We are in the Furina's world. It's a domain. The old Hydro The old Hydro Archon.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
The old Hydro Archon.
The sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Yes.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Old nahi current.
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not
Basically
amused.
current
In
ही है.
fact, one was
क्योंकि
positively
Furina तो fraud
bemused
थी.
when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria, for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, And not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans. I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
Basically उसने खुद को ही अलग करके दो जगह कर दिया.
That divinity.
Oh.
And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between.
Humanity वाला
She could be
सारा
as
चीज
vain
उसको
and
दे दिया.
conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she?
But
Even though
she's
she has
also
had a
got
long
cursed.
life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
बेचारी फ्यूरिना. She made her dirty. She made her dirty. Now Opera House have become a domain. opera house is now became a domain. Easy. Questions and...
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance. Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
भाई अब ये थोड़ा बोरिंग कर दिया. लास्ट करते करते ये थोड़ा ना बोरिंग कर दिया. Come on.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a
We need
technical
to now-
difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon.
We need to now
Wrath from the sky!
break this barrier.
The night burns!
One down.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards?
There are no
Where are the
audience,
guards?
Purina. Woke up, please. Please woke up, Purina.
Justice o'clock!
Please woke up. Purina की बैक स्टोरी भी बची है. It's a golden ticket. Show me how you truly feels, Purina. Mainly अब उसका ही बैक स्टोरी आएगा. Scene 1 before a mirror, Purina. Scene 1, day 1.
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Where are
you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's
Mirror me. What do you wish?
the prophecy.
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontanian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side and my pain on the other,
Is it not
is it
weird
not
this?
You truly are the perfect human. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being a...
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human
अरे
yourself,
भाई
I'm
इतना
sure
लंबा
you
इनका
already know
कन्वर्सेशन
what
होता है ना कि
such
क्या
an
ही
entity
बोलूं
would be like.
बोरिंग हो जाता कभी कभी
Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but content.
मैं मॉर्निंग के
I'm still
4
not
बजे से
sure I
जागा हुआ हूँ
understand, but
कंटिन्यूअसली
I'll try. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
दोपहर में
To
थोड़ा बहुत सो लेता हूँ
accomplish
तो
this
लंबा
mission,
रात को चल देता
you
है
will have to stay on the
मेरा कॉफी
stage
भी
for
आज मेरे साथ नहीं है
many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends, but
ओ भाई
I promise you, all
अब मैं पता
will
है मैं सोच रहा हूँ
eventually
इसका बस
end in a
ये
magnificent
खत्म
and
हो मैं जल्द
dramatic
से जल्द
trial.
सोने जाऊँ
And
क्योंकि मैं ऐसे में
How
नहीं
exciting.
देखना चाहता यार
I'll be looking forward to it.
मैं लिटरली ऐसे में मतलब से बताऊं कंटिन्यू करना नहीं चाहता कि मैं थोड़ा सा माइंड मेरा वैसे हो रहा है ओके आई डोंट वांट टू कंटिन्यू राइट नाउ वरना मजा किरकिरा हो जाएगा ना एक बार में खत्म होगी स्टोरी ये लेकिन फिर भी मतलब अगर मैं इसको अभी क्लोज करता हूँ तो फिर क्या ये डे 1 जो अभी दिखा है वहां से स्टार्ट होगा या फिर पूरा ही स्टार्ट से होगा लाइक जो ट्रायल वाला मिलते हैं वहां पर क्योंकि ऐसे में मजा नहीं आएगा ना यार फीलिंग खत्म हो जाएगा वही सोच रहा हूँ मैं इसका बस एक चीज करता हूँ ओके वो है नहीं वो मैं कल कर लूँगा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है दोबारा से स्टार्ट कर लेंगे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है वहाँ पे जाएंगे तो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा मैंने बीच में एक दो बार ऐसा किया है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्लाउड्स कर लेते हैं, क्लाउड्स कर लेते हैं, रेजिन्स वाला 3 रेजिन्स करके 2 कंडेंस कर लूंगा, हो जाएगा काम। और सही बता मुझे ना, वैसे तो रात के 12 बजे तक इसकी बैक स्टोरी बहुत अच्छी है, बस तुम्हें नींद आ रही है। नहीं अच्छी तो है, मैं देख रहा हूँ, लेकिन पता है मैं एक तरह से रिलैक्स्ड फील कर रहा हूँ, टू मच रिलैक्स्ड, जो कि सही नहीं है अगर मुझे ये स्टोरी को अच्छे से कंटिन्यू करना है तो। ओके ये कुछ ज्यादा ही रिलैक्समेंट हो रहा है कि मेरे बॉडी को ना हल्का जैसा फील ला रहा है। स्टोरी अच्छा है, नो डाउट।
Ignorant and vulgar.
बेचारी को मतलब 500 साल तक वो ट्रायल, जब तक मतलब वो कंप्लीट नहीं हो जाता उसको झेलना पड़ेगा यूरिना को। Now, एक तरह से ये समझ लो कि एक ह्यूमन है, उसको अगर एक ही इस तरह का चीज इंड्यूर करना पड़े यार, थोड़ा सा सैडनेस जैसा तो लगता ही है। मैंने तो फर्स्ट टाइम रात 4:30 तक कंप्लीट करी थी, ये कोई मजा आ गया था। मैं करता, मैं लिटरली करता, बट मैं क्या ना अच्छी चीज़ें मैं और अच्छे तरीके से एंजॉय करना पसंद करता हूँ। ये तरीका, ये मज़ा नहीं आएगा ऐसे।
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
लिटरली देख रहा हूँ, ऐसे में मज़ा नहीं आएगा ना।
Rev the engines.
ऐश्वरम होश्वरम मंगल बलाय। उसको क्या है, आई थिंक ये जैसे जैसे जाएगा साथ साथ चलते जाना है। आई मीन ऐश्वरम होश्वरम मंगल बलाय।
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
वैसे ये वाला जो क्वेस्ट है मुझे ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि उससे भी लंबा रहा है। क्या बोलते हैं, ये तुम्हारा वो रहा है ना आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट वाला, नेटलैंड का क्वेस्ट से भी ज्यादा लंबा है ये।
Was a cheap shot.
I'll protect us.
Rise with the sun. Full throttle. Let my magic begin. Crash from the sky.
Get to work. You two. Time to. Yeah. Kapow! Turn. Headbutt. Heads up. Hero incoming.
Burn it down.
You need to hurry up.
Pyroclastic surge.
इस क्वेस्ट में स्टोरी है तो इसको फिर छोड़ना ही बेहतर है, कोई फायदा है नहीं।
Running late again.
इसको फिर यहाँ का टेलीपोर्ट ऑन कर लेता हूँ एंड अपना जो है दोनों चैट को नेटलाइन वाला ज़्यादा लंबा है, उसमें फाइट वगैरह ज़्यादा है तो कम लगता है। हाँ ये एक चीज़ कॉमन है ना यार, थिंक कि आप थोड़ा सा बातें आपको ज़्यादा सुनने को मिलता है तो थोड़ा यू फील बोर्ड इवन 209K 209K ब्रो। ओके थोड़ा बोरियत जैसा हो जाता है, लेकिन स्टोरी है ठीक है। जजमेंट बिल्कुल मैंने अभी तक सही बताओ तो इसमें फाइट रहा ही कहाँ है। ये वाले में फाइट वाला तो सीन ही मुझे अभी तक फाउंटेन क्वेस्ट में उतना देखने को नहीं मिला। ज्यादातर ट्रायल्स डिटेक्टिव बने फिर रहे हैं। यही तो है और है क्या। वही तो बहुत कम है, मतलब ना के ही बराबर मैं बोलूँगा, इतना कम नहीं होना चाहिए। मेनली वही है, ट्रायल हो गया एक तरह से मिस्ट्री टाइप, मिस्ट्री कह लो, क्राइम एंड मिस्ट्री। उस नेशन में फाइट नहीं है, मिस्ट्री टाइप है। अच्छा है देखो, ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि हर जगह पे भाई तुमको फाइट थोड़ी दिखाना, स्टोरी भी तो है। दिस टाइम क्या लगता है क्या होगा? देखो प्रोफेसी जैसा कि बोला गया है, फाउंटेन का लेवल तो पक्का राइज हो गई। ओके फाउंटेन लेवल तो राइज हो गई होगा।
Rev the engines!
ट्रैवलर जो है किसी तरह कंट्रोल करना का ट्राई करेगा, इवन फ्यूरिना जो है रोकने की ट्राई करेगी। यही सब होगा और क्या होगा। पास्ट दिखाएंगे, नेवलेट फिर कुछ करे। बेसिकली वाटर लेवल को तो राइज अगर कोई करने से रोक सकता है तो वो नन अदर देन फ्यूरिना, भाई फ्यूरिना ही कर सकती है। हाँ हाँ देखेंगे, ये लास्ट है।
Gotta be strong. Try and stop me. Pyroclastic surge.
By my spark, the night burns!
Light it up.
Show no mercy!
Full throttle. Light of the blazing sun.
सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, कैसे क्या हो गए देखते देखते। नहीं सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, कैसे क्या हो गए देख।
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
साठ रह गया, 60 रेजिन बचा रह गया है। तो इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा। लॉर्ड ऑफ एरोडेट के ऊपर 40 जाता है। बेनेट हो गया 90। मतलब 90 के लिए बस मुझे करना कुछ नहीं है, लेवल अप करना है। लकीली मेरे पे इनफ बुक भी हो चुका है, सिंक भी रह गई है। सिंक्वी इसका बॉस मटेरियल कर लेते हैं। इसका बॉस मटेरियल कर लेते हैं तो उसका, लेकिन वो चीजें तो पड़ा है ना अपने पे, बाकी चीजें तो पड़ा हुआ है। बॉस मटेरियल कर लेते हैं। मटेरियल तो है ही ना। लेवल अप ही करना।
Perfect.
यार मैं लिटरली थोड़ा सा बायबड़ा को और वो करना चाहता था। मेरे पे आर्टिफैक्ट्स कॉन्स्टलेशन 0 बैलेंस। ये लगेगा, इसको कलेक्ट करना होगा थोड़ा सा। कर लूं क्या जाके, रुको कलेक्ट करके ही आता हूँ। मेरे को 80 करके छोड़ दो।
We should be able to see the stars tonight.
वो आई थिंक नीचे रहता है। पूरा मेन तो अपने को ये सिल्क फ्लावर कलेक्ट करने पड़ेंगे, फिर तो ज़्यादा कुछ एक्स्ट्रा रहेगा नहीं। सिंक्वी मैप में देखो कौन सा कैरेक्टर लोकेशन करता है मार। यैनफी
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the... Running late again.
incredible?
और तो कहीं दिखा नहीं रहा। बस इतने ही थे, इतने ही थे लग रहे हैं। आठ और चाहिए, चलो कोई नहीं होगा। दो ये मिलाए तो जान रहे हो ना क्या कर सकते हैं। It's time to do some pulls. बेनेट का टैलेंट। करते हैं पहले दो पुल कर लेते हैं ना दोस्त, अच्छा लगेगा। प्रीवियस, अरे मैंने सुना है वैसे कि आप इसमें जो मिलता है, मतलब ये वाले जो फेट होता है, क्वेंट फेट को भी आप कन्वर्ट करवा सकते हो, ये सच है? नहीं, कह रहे थे कि अगर आप जेनसिंग वालों को हेल्प में बोलते हो ना, कोई कह रहा था, तो वो कर देते हैं। मतलब किसी एक वीडियो में मैंने सुना था। 17 और 2 29 होता है, समझ रहे हो? 30 पुल कर सकते है तेरा भाई। 30 पुल अच्छा है ना? डोमेन अवेलेबल नहीं है बेनेट का। बेनेट का डोमेन अवेलेबल नहीं है। सटलाली का 12/6 18 पीस है ये। हाँ, वेरेसा का देखते हैं। 8 पे ऑलरेडी है, 13 ये पड़े हैं, 7 ये पड़ा है। बेसिकली मुझे ये चाहिए। ये भी पड़ा है, लॉर्ड ऑफ एरोडेट को हराने के बाद कई सारे मिले हैं। हाँ, वीकली मॉस लॉर्ड ऑफ एरोडेट को पीटते ना। अभी भी अपने को नीड है, अभी भी अपने को नीड है। अगर आप इसके लिए आ जाए तो थोड़ा जल्दी हो जाएगा। वैसे तो क्या बोलते, would you like to join Dwayne bro, Dwayne?
Leave me alone.
ओके, मैं जब तक रिवाइव कर लेता हूँ। Full on.
There's a lot that goes into managing an orchard. Watering, weeding, fertilizing the soil, making sure the temperature is right. But most importantly, you have to keep the fruit in a good mood.
अरे नहीं 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 मैं बिल्कुल बोलो तो सावधान की मुद्रा में खड़ा हो जाऊं आप बोलिए तो सही मैं इस चेले को पीट लेता हूं थोड़ा सा मुझे वो मिल जाएगा मुझे वो नाखून वैसे भी चाहिए दोस्त से कुछ नहीं होगा
Let the show begin.
और पीटने पड़ेंगे मुझे किधर गया गिरधारी बाल देता मैं इसकी बाल देता हूँ
Get to work! Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky! Exploration and trials.
मेरी वर्षा स्ट्रांग है आप हेल्थफुल करके आ जाओ पहले तो आपका हेल्थ कम है ना
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
आगे करूं क्या स्टार्ट
La da 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 da.
कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग मूवी का देखो आपकी मूवी का ज्यादा बेस्ट है लेट्स गो सिलोनिन मुझे आज पता लगा वो हीलर भी है सिलोनिन इज एक्चुअली अ हीलर इवन भाई ने बोला भाई के मूव करने के बाद मूव करना है
You are but another fool, chasing a delusional dream.
Let's roll!
It's too late!
Look out below! They're coming!
भाई एक हजार के मेमोराइज
Ready, steady, go!
Running late again. Justice o'clock!
Okay. Leave the to me.
Let the show begin.
एक और करते ना. Andreas रो देगा यार. Andreas नहीं. इसको हराएंगे क्या? Hi Zoss, welcome bro. How are you buddy? It's just to be fun. Let me change Baby Marika this time. If you wanna use it. Whereas
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Ready.
How unbecoming.
But do we harvenge?
You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
I'll protect us.
Light it up! Wrath from the sky!
Is this our fate?
Come on.
Stop that!
Almost there.
You went.
Oh, I got an achievement. I got an achievement. Done. Okay, our reasons are over now. Reasons over. Let's just heal the character. I don't have anything to offer. Okay, buddy. That is it for right now. I'll see you at the next. Okay, man. I have lots of things to claim here. Lots of world quest tasks. One this. One this. One here. And again here.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
If it is spicy, anyone would be woke up. Mhm. 2800
Everyone is working
resins.
super hard. We should be too.
5 moves. Still 17. Need 30. How many pulls so far? Okay. 5, 10,
I wonder when I'll be as tall
12.
as my big sister.
नोटिस में एक प्री रजिस्टर का होगा सॉरी इसमें नहीं हाँ मैंने वो सुना तो था नॉड क्राई इवेंट इट स्टार्ट इन नॉड क्राई नाउ नॉड क्राई
La da 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 da.
check out click here to check out our latest daily check-in nod cry live performance
I wonder when I'll be as
sometimes
tall
they
as
do
my
like
big sister.
web event वाला है
La da 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 da
इसमें
da
कौन सा
da da da.
Easy breezy Natlands the journey event invocation leyline overflow कहाँ है इसमें re-register
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
web event title से तो ये रहा web event it's start in Nodecry click here click to take part in event देख लेंगे
La da 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 da.
ये तो शो नहीं कर रहा होगा अभी display capture on game capture off
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
pre-register for the version Luma हो 40 resins बस इतने करना था C will be mine
All the standing around is making me so
ये क्या है
sleepy.
डांस ऑफ PC download होए pull new player get 20 pull लोमा का न्यू ट्रिगर आया सेलेक्ट 1 5 स्टार वैसे मैं केनिची को सेलेक्ट करने का सोच रहा हूँ 5 स्टार कैरेक्टर वाइज क्या बोलते हो सही रहेगा
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
इवेंट
Try
का
my new
साउंड बहुत
spicy
ज्यादा
energy
है।
drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
अच्छा अभी ठीक है। थ्री डी में बनाया हुआ है। The moon leads home, not cry in prison. हाँ? वो भी
I wonder when I'll be as tall as
Nefa.
my big sister.
एक सेकंड रुको यार ये पहले तो अब वो देखेंगे, वो बाद में देखेंगे। ओहो कोई नहीं।
Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
इसका हॉर्न भी चेंज होता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन कि आपके पास नॉट क्राई में नॉट क्राई के जैसे जैसे कैरेक्टर होंगे ना, उस हिसाब से ल्यूमा का हॉर्न चेंज होगा। डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइप्स के मून के हिसाब से भी उसका वो रहेगा। ये वाला तो देखा ही था। चलो अभी के लिए इतने पे इसको खत्म किया जाए। I mean,
Are you tired?
let's end
Try my new spicy energy
here.
drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
I'll see you at next. Good night from the side, bro. Bye bye. Bye, Costi. Bye bye, Joss. ऊपर शेयर के ऊपर लिंक कॉपी कर लूंगा तो बुरा ना देगा।
Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
इवेंट के अंदर इसमें नहीं। आई थिंक ये यही होगा। वो वेब पेज पे ये टॉप में राइट में जो बुक थी। ओके तेरे पे मैं मोरा कर दूं
Are you
खर्च
tired?
करोड़।
Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure
कितना मोरा बचा है मेरे पे?
it'll wake you up.
मुझे
I
बारबरा
wonder
को
when
करना
Obvious-
था एसेंड यार, मैंने इसके सारे ओसिनेट उधर खर्च कर दिए। क्लींजिंग हर्ट बड़ा मुश्किल होता है ये मशरूम को सर्च करना, का पहाड़ों के ऊपर जंगल के पार, दिमाग खराब कर देता है यार।
La da 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 da.
हाँ बेनेट होगा।
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
और नॉट।
Or not.
यस नॉट। एक क्लिक और लेवल अप 6,80,000 कर दूं? अभी नहीं, अगले वाले में करूंगा।
Where did that come from?
जल्दी आने वाला है। बस बाय बाय कहने के लिए स्ट्रीम, वैसे भी पीसी बंद हो गया था। बाय ब्रो, अभी के लिए इतना ही। थैंक यू, सी यू अगेन, गुड नाइट कास्ते, बाय। अभी गेम दोबारा ओपन नहीं करूंगा, अब कर लोगे। गुड नाइट बडी, गुड नाइट एवरीवन।